Hey everybody, hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. The time is actually at 7 p.m. I know the email came out, so at 8 p.m. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. My name is Dr. Islam, and yes, every couple of Tuesdays I go live on your social media streams to answer questions you guys may have about anything related to your gut health. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. This is the direct way for you to know exactly what topics I'll be talking about, to discuss when I'll be going on, and hopefully more information as well. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. I cannot believe that April is almost over. Oh my gosh. Like more than a third of the year has already gone by. Summer's coming up. Hopefully the weather will be okay. Hopefully here in Lubbock today was a beautiful day, but yesterday it was freezing cold, and over the weekend it was cold as well. Let me know in the comments down below how the weather is, where you guys are at. We have a great show today. We have a lot of good questions we'll talk about. We'll discuss exactly the diet when it comes to diverticulitis. We'll discuss what happens. What does it mean when you have black tarry stools? Is that normal or abnormal? And we'll discuss a very common question: mucus in your poo. Is this normal or not? And also put your questions in the comments down below as well. If you haven't already, let me know if you're watching this live or on the replay. And also let me know where you guys are watching this at. I love to hear where my audience is. I want to see where you guys are from. I want to see who's going to be the winner for the furthest place where someone is at when it comes to watching my Poo Tip Tuesday. Art, it's good seeing you. Raw Cloud of One, thank you for seeing you. Cora, it's good seeing you as well. And Angela, thank you for coming as well. And so we'll discuss your questions you guys have as well. All right, first question. Hey, Dr. Islam, I have diverticulitis. What diet do I recommend to prevent this from happening? Oh, it's a very common question. So let's discuss what exactly is diverticulitis. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever suffered from diverticulitis or you know exactly what this is. What this basically is that a lot of us have what are called outpouchings in the colon called diverticulosis. This is very common. This is usually a consequence of old age, or as our colon becomes weaker, we develop these pockets that are there. In some individuals, these pockets can become infected by pretty much a stool ball. Yes, poo gets stuck in these pockets, and over time that poo can cause inflammation, irritation, and causing diverticulitis. Nobody likes to have a stool stuck anywhere, much less your colon. That leads to a condition called diverticulitis. This is diagnosed with a CT scan. It's very important to know that because imaging is the only way for us to know if you have this, and we can treat this with antibiotics. So a question I commonly get: hey, Dr. Islam, what diet can I use to prevent diverticulitis? So let's go over some of the common things you may have heard about. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you heard that popcorn, seeds, nuts can make diverticulitis worse? Let me know in the comments down below if you've heard that or not, because I hear this all the time from my patients who ask me, hey, Dr. Islam, I was told to never have nuts, never have seeds, never have popcorns. Well, what does the evidence say? Well, you'll be surprised to hear that there is absolutely zero evidence that nuts, seeds, popcorn can make it more likely for you to develop diverticulitis. So I don't typically recommend to avoid that. We don't have any evidence that that can cause a trigger for your diverticulitis to get worse. So if you enjoy that, go ahead. It's okay. I don't mind, because we don't have any evidence that this is going to make things worse. So go crazy, not a big deal. But what diet do I recommend when it comes to diverticulitis? Here are the triggers. We know that non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medications can make it worse. Things like Aleve, naproxen, Advil, Motrin, that can make diverticulitis worse. We know that smoking can make diverticulitis worse. Come on, guys, it's 2023. If you are still smoking in this day and time, you should not. Smoking is terrible for everything, including your gut. We also know that a diet that's high in red meat can make diverticulitis worse as well, meaning less red meat can make diverticulitis better. So I always recommend for my patients to minimize as much as you can the red meat in your diet to prevent diverticulitis. We also know that a diet that's low in fiber, low in vegetables can make it worse as well. So up that fiber, up those veggies, improve your gut microbiome to improve your diverticulitis. This is what we recommend as a gut doctor to help prevent diverticulitis. If you want to do the best thing you can, change your diet, go more of a plant-based diet. Don't worry about the nuts, seeds, popcorns, not a big deal. I don't care. I don't want you to care as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions about diverticulitis as well. All right. Cora, once again, thank you for coming from Ireland. So far, you're the winner. Maggie, it's snowing. I'm so sorry it's snowing over there. Diane, thank you for watching. Victoria. Perfect. All right. So let's go over some of these questions you guys have. So Maggie asked, what is the difference between diverticulitis and diverticulosis? So I just kind of answered that, but diverticulosis is a very common anatomical finding in our colon that are small little outpatchings that are there. Almost 40% of the U.S. population has this. This is typically a result of older age and constipation. As the colon wall becomes less, more thin, you can develop these pockets that are there. Inflammation of those pockets is what's diverticulitis is. That itis means infection or inflammation. So when those pockets get inflamed, that's what causes diverticulitis. Great question. All right. Art asks, are probiotics good for bowel movements? It's a very good question. Let me know in the comments down below if you have a question about probiotics, because I'll have a lot of patients that do. So here's what I have to say. Probiotics have a lot of marketing behind them. There's a lot of branding. It's a billion-dollar industry, and there's just a smidgen of science right on top of that. So the answer to your question, Art, we just don't know. I will tell you, if you want to try and take a probiotic to see if it helps out with your bowel habits, not a problem. Try it and see how you do. I have some individuals that do very well with taking a probiotic. It changes their gut microbiome, get them feeling better, and have more effective bowel habits as well. I have others in which it plays no role whatsoever. So my recommendation for you, try it for at least 2 weeks. See how you do. If you don't notice a difference when it comes to your bowel habits, don't worry about it. Not a big deal. I have a lot of videos about probiotics. Let me know in the comments down below if you have a specific question when it comes to that I can answer in future videos, or even on other comments you guys may have or questions you guys may have as well. So in summary, we don't know for sure, but if you want to try it, not a problem at all. All right, perfect. All right, question number 2. Hey, Dr. Islam, I had some black tarry stools. What is going on? All right, this is a great question because black tarry stools is something that's never normal when it comes to your GI tract. Let me know in the comments down below if you've had this, or if you know what this is, or you suffer from this. So when I hear someone say they have black tarry stools, what I worry about is, are they bleeding from somewhere in the upper GI tract? So normally blood is red. We know this. When you cut yourself, it's red. But as blood travels from the stomach to the small intestine to the colon, because of the process of breaking down that hemoglobin, that actually turns that stool black and tarry. So when I hear somebody has black tarry stools, I'm wondering, oh my goodness, do they have an ulcer that's bleeding out? So let me tell you, if you are suffering from black tarry stools, go see a doctor ASAP. That is not normal, and that is a concern that something could be bleeding out. So if you have that, go see a doctor. Things that can cause these things to occur: ulcers can, certain medications like Aleve, naproxen, Advil, Motrin. Blood thinners can do this as well. Sometimes if you have an infection in your stomach called H. pylori, that can make you develop an ulcer to cause these ulcers as well, or this black tarry stools. Or if there's something growing on your colon, and maybe the right side of the colon, that can cause a black substance, a black tarry stool, to form as well. So if you have this, don't ignore it. Go see your doctor, find out what is going on, and make sure you get that checked. Perfect. All right, guys, if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Dr. Islam, and every couple of Tuesdays I go live on your social media streams. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to let me know if you're watching this live or on the replay, and where you guys are watching this at as well. And if you want to, put a question down below in the comments where I can answer them on today's live stream. Debbie asks, where have I been, Doc? Well, I've been taking a little bit of a break. I'm trying to do some things, change things up, and so I'm trying to see how to make the Poop Tip Tuesday a little bit better. I didn't realize I had the countdown on. I'm trying to figure out how to do the Poop Tip Tuesday, make it better, make it more effective. I'd love to hear your comments down below on what you guys think that we can do to make this better as well. All right, next question. Hey, Dr. Islam, I have mucus in the stool. Is that normal or is that abnormal? Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever suffered from mucus in the stool or if you know somebody who has, because this is a very common complaint that I see from a lot of patients. What is going on? So mucus in the stool can be due to a lot of different reasons. For some individuals, it could be a sign of something going on inside that colon, whether it's a condition like Crohn's or colitis or inflammatory bowel disease. Sometimes mucus in the stool can be a consequence of that. Number 2, it could be part of a condition called IBS or irritable bowel syndrome. Very common condition, which we typically have either diarrhea, constipation, or both. And sometimes you have pain associated with that as well, with a change in your bowel habits. Very common to occur, and very common to have mucus in the stool from that as well. Or number 3, it can also be a very normal finding. Yes, it can be. And so it's hard to know just in the setting of mucus in the stool what is going on. So there are a couple little clues that I look for to see if I can hopefully pinpoint what is going on. So for example, if you have mucus plus really bad diarrhea and rectal bleeding, well, that makes me think that something else is going on that needs to be investigated. Is it mucus with weight loss? Well, that's a little bit worrisome as well, because weight loss is never normal, especially unintentional weight loss. We kind of want to worry about that. Is it just a little bit of mucus that occurs every couple of days? Not a big deal. I don't typically worry about that as well, because it's a very common condition to occur. We don't typically worry about that. So you have to kind of get the whole clinical picture to find out exactly what's going on. And with that clinical picture, we're able to deduce, exactly what could be the cause. And sometimes the best way for us to know what's going on is to physically take a look, see what's going on, and also see too if there's anything going on inside that gut that may explain some of those issues as well. So maybe a couple of different testing, maybe some stool testing, but maybe even taking a look with a colonoscopy to get a better idea of exactly why that is the case. Great question. All right, Maggie, great question. Hey, doctor, some coffee. Why does coffee allow me to have a better bowel movement? Let me know in the comments down below if you have this, response to coffee. I'll tell you, coffee is one of my secrets when it comes to having a good bowel movement. If you're having constipation, 2 things you can do: wake up in the morning, stretch. Number 2, have that morning cup of joe. There are a couple reasons why coffee makes you go. Hey, that rhymes. And I use it to help me go as well. Well, number 1 is that caffeine in coffee acts as a stimulant for your gut. Not only does it wake up your body, your mind, it wakes up your body as well. It actually causes things to contract more, to pass through more, and actually kind of jacks up your GI tract to move things through. Number 2, by having that cup, that hot drink in the morning, especially coffee, it actually helps to trigger what's called a gastrocolic reflex. And what this is a reflex that occurs when the coffee hits your stomach. That automatically causes a contraction to occur, to allow things to pass through a lot easier, and to allow things to pass through more fuller. And so you have that what's called a gastrocolic reflex, which will help out when it comes to having a bowel movement. Number 3, the ingredients of coffee also can help out with the motility of your gut. The way the coffee is made with the oils and the ingredients of coffee in and of itself can allow you to have a really good bowel movement. So for a lot of my patients who suffer from constipation, who have issues with that, who have not tried coffee, this is what I recommend. Now, what coffee do I recommend as a poop guru? Keep in mind, the best coffee for you is plain black coffee. Not only can it help out with your gut, it can also help out with your liver as well. You're getting kind of 2-for-1 benefit. Black coffee, without all the yumminess, without all the cream, all the sugar, has been shown in clinical trials to help out with gut issues and help out with your colon and help out with liver as well. So I love coffee. It's a great natural way to help out both your liver and your colon. Just keep in mind, the coffee has to be ingested without any of the yummy stuff that's there. Great question. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any more questions when it comes to coffee or even constipation or anything else when it comes to those particular combination as well. If you haven't already, my name is Dr. Islam, and every couple of weeks I go live on my social media streams, answer your questions you guys may have. If you haven't, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter where you can get direct information every couple of weeks about what's going on for your gut health, but also to know when I'll be going on the live stream as well. Let me know if you're watching this live or on the replay, and let me know where you guys are watching this at as well. Sharon, it's good seeing you. Thank you for watching. And Debbie, thank you for the great questions as well. All right, let me see if there's any other questions that we have here. So pilodontal cysts, is this something a gastrointestinal physician takes care of? No, we do not, unfortunately. That may end up being a colorectal surgeon or a surgeon to take care of those things. So unfortunately, we cannot take care of that as well. All right, perfect. Sadia asks, what do I think about homemade kefir? All right, I love this question. So if you've been watching my channel, and if you've been watching my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and now even TikTok, you know I am a big fan of fermented foods that are natural, that can help out with your gut microbiome. And we've seen a lot of evidence that kefir is a very effective option when it comes to your gut health. So yes, I am a huge fan of homemade kefir. It is a great way to get excellent prebiotics and probiotics and to change your gut microbiome. Now, if you can't make your own kefir, that's okay. Getting store-bought kefir is perfectly fine. Just kind of be careful of the ingredients that are there. Just make sure there's not a lot of sugar and make sure there's not a lot of unnatural products. But kefir is fantastic. It is a great way to help out with your gut, to change your gut microbiome, make it better, make it feel better as well. And I will tell you, for a lot of my patients, this is one effective way to really help out to get their gut feeling better and to kind of change what's going on. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have tried kefir and what your response was when it came to this. I love this. I do recommend this to a lot of my patients. It really works really, really well. Great question. All right. Once again, if you're watching for the first time, my name is Dr. Islam. I go live every couple of Tuesdays. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this video to those who may benefit. I love to get more information out there, and share these topics as well for those people who may be interested in learning more about their gut health and what they can do to help improve their gut health. The best way to get a hold of me or to know what's going on is to subscribe to my newsletter. So if you haven't already, don't forget to do that as well. Maggie asks, what about kombucha? All right, kombucha, the big thing about kombucha, fermented black tea. So I think this is a great question. I have a lot of videos on this. I'll give you my spiel on this. So kombucha is great. It works good. Here are the issues I've had with kombucha. Number one, it has a lot of caffeine in there. So keep in mind that you don't want to overdose yourself with caffeine because it can really jack up your whole GI tract. It can make things worse with heartburn, diarrhea. It can make gut issues a little bit worse and pain as well. It's just to kind of be aware of that. Number two is that it can also be very sugary as well. And I don't like very sugary kombucha. It doesn't really work very well. And it tends to have the worst effect when it comes to your gut microbiome. I think there are things that are a little bit more effective than kombucha to help out with your gut, especially probiotic and prebiotic foods. Plants and fruits are the best thing you can do to really change your gut, to make it feel better and to hopefully improve your gut microbiome. I found this to be a lot more effective and better than kombucha. However, kombucha is better than nothing. I would recommend this over something like Pop or Cokes or Dr. Pepper, because we know those are not good for you, and we know that can really change your gut microbiome and make things worse as well. So I think it's a great one. Great question. I'm okay with this. Just kind of be aware of some of the side effects that may occur if you have too much kombucha that can make things worse for your GI tract as well. Debbie's asking, I want to know what is the best probiotic. Debbie, I wish I could give you an answer, because the frank answer is that we don't know. No one knows. Anyone who claims to know is lying to you. They are they're selling snake oil. No one knows what is the best probiotic, because there isn't one out there. Everyone's different. They're all made differently. There's no consistency between one probiotic and another. So don't get caught up on the best probiotic. Just get caught up on what is the best thing for your gut, which by far are going to be things that help to change your gut microbiome, to improve your diet, improve your health as well. And one of the things I've been debating in my head about is maybe doing some more topics on kind of the things that I recommend when it comes to your overall health, because I'll tell you, I really do believe in some of the pillars that I think are the pillars of good health. So that includes things like sleep. People underestimate how important sleep is, not only for your mental well-being, but your physical well-being and your gut health as well. So sleep plays a significant role. Number 2 is stress. Stress plays a huge role in everyday life and in everyday living. And it can really affect how you feel, how your gut feels, and how you feel overall. Number 3 is exercise. Too many of us may be doing everything right in terms of diet, but we're not doing things to keep our bodies vigorous, to do exercise, to move about, and to just kind of get the blood flowing and get things going. This is very important. Number 4 is diet. Food does play a role. Food is medicine, and I can tell you a lot of diseases that we treat stem from us not eating correctly. Also stems from us not doing the right things for you. Then lastly, supplements. There are some supplements which do help out, which can really help out with your GI tract. So these are, in my opinion, the 5 pillars of overall health. And if you can master these pillars, they're not done separately. They're all done together. But by mastering these pillars, you can really live the life that you want to live. And there's a lot of nuances and interactions between all of these. And sometimes, one thing may be better than the other. And really what led to this, me thinking about this more is that these past couple of days, I've been sleeping not good. And because of that, I've just been noticing that I'm just not in a good mood. I'm tired. My gut health is not doing so great. And so I know that when that happens, I have to figure out which one of these things I need to fix and alter. You may have seen this on my Instagram stories where I was talking about this. And so, I'm debating and I'm thinking in my head more and more about just overall health and, the pillars of health and how this really impacts everything. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you want me to talk about this more, I'll be happy to. Or if there's anything else you guys want me to speak out as well. Well, you guys have some great questions today. Let me kind of go through anything else. Keep in mind, number 1, if you want to learn more about my philosophies on health and medicine and living better, don't forget to subscribe to my page. But more importantly, subscribe to my newsletter where you get direct information from me coming every couple of weeks. Number 2, don't forget to smash that like button. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this video to those people who may be interested as well. And then for my benefit, I want to know, what can we do to make this better? Put in the comments down below. We've been trying to make some changes. I may have some co-hosts. I may change the time. I may do something different. I'm not quite sure, but I'd love to get your advice and what you guys think. Hope you guys I don't see any other questions that are here. Hope you guys have a happy Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you guys on future videos. Let me know if you're watching this live in the replay. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Have a great, happy, and healthy day.